All right, everybody, welcome to another episode of KickTalkers. This is episode 2. We are your hosts again. We're going to go through again and introduce ourselves one more time. I'll start. I go by the name of Z.
Big Surge or Cha-Ta Poppy, baby.
Big Ren, a.k.a. Fat Boy.
Again, it's just Ethan, man, right here, just chilling.
All right, guys. So again, we're here with another episode. Unfortunately, we're going to be losing Big Ren this episode, but we're going to give a big happy birthday to Big Ren. This is his birthday.
Woo! Birthday up!
Thank you.
We're going to go around the table one more time and discuss what we have on. We'll start with Ethan and work our way around, all right?
So today I got a little vintage Bulls t-shirt I got from my dad. It was his. Got a 98, just a starter one. Got some booty shorts on again. It's what's in, so I gotta wear them. I got some Drake certified lover boy Nike socks and some Chicago ones today.
All right. I'm going to go through. I got on a vintage Bulls shirt from Heavyweights, Mitchell & Ness Chicago Bulls shorts. Jordan 4, one of my favorites actually, Bread 4s with the Nike Air on the back, can't go wrong. And that's my fit for today.
Me, I went today light with a 2020 World Series Dodgers hat. Busted out a clean, plain black Carhartt. Got the Lakers Mitchell & Ness shorts. Hot lemon pepper steppers with the Drakes. So we got the Drake theme going on today.
Yes, sir.
Today, Mission Ness, 96 Bull hat, snapback. Mission Ness Bull 96 t-shirt.
Big money, talk to him.
The Nike short Bull.
Don't do it to him like that.
Not the leg, the tights.
It's like compression.
Big
tight.
money.
Compression.
The compression.
He about to dunk on y'all ass.
Then the
Big purse.
red 11.
All
He
right.
about to dunk on y'all, something light today. I'm about to give him some Oreos, some milk. He about to dunk y'all shit.
All right, so today's topic, we're going to start with basketball shoes. So with that being said, we have a big selection of basketball shoes on the table from LeBron, Kyrie, Kobe, Lamelo, KD, Jordan. Got a fear God up here. Going to get really into that shoe, to be honest, because this guy right here is different playing with that shoe. But today's episode is focused around basketball shoes today, so we're going to start off with the first topic of it. Best basketball shoe out right now. We're going to start with Ethan and work our way around. Ethan, what's the best basketball shoe out right now? What are you seeing on TV as you watch the NBA Finals going on right now? And how we feeling about the basketball shoes?
I just see everybody wearing Kobe's and stuff.
Yeah.
Honestly. And am I going to say it's the best basketball shoe? Probably not, but I really like it. This is one of my favorites, the Grinch.
That colorway or that model?
This colorway and this model.
Okay.
The 6, the Kobe 9, and the 10, pretty good. But I think my favorite of all time is the LeBron 9. And I don't like LeBron at all, first of all.
What did LeBron do to you?
Took my Bulls out of the playoffs, man, every fucking year.
That's a personal problem. They got to
Super
get a
personal.
better seed.
But look, this is a badass shoe. I remember it came out when I was in 8th grade. My dad bought it for me. It was the black and red colorway.
I remember that one.
It was badass.
Yeah, I remember that
literally.
one. I remember that
It
one.
was a badass shoe.
Yeah.
I tore the fucking soul out of them.
Not hooping because you can't hoop. No, it's fine.
Yeah, but this is my favorite basketball shoe, to be honest.
Okay.
And Kobe's are second. I also like the Freaks.
The Freaks are fire.
We don't have any up here, but they're pretty badass.
The Freaks
I'm not
are
gonna lie,
fire.
they're
I like
pretty
the
good.
Freaks.
I like them a lot. I have a gray pair and a black pair
I like
that
those.
you got me.
I like those.
The ones, right?
Yeah, the Greek ones, the freak ones. Yep, those are fire. For me personally, the LeBron 10, I used to hoop in this shoe like crazy. I like to jump a lot when I hoop, so this shoe was like just the air bubbles. It was just light for me. As I got a little bit like older, since I'm older, I like the Freak too. I got the Freak about ours together actually. That's a really good one. I actually had the Kyrie one. The first one I think it was called the Dream. The red one. I could be wrong, but that was a really good shoe. But it was just very narrow. It was very tight. I did also have this KD Global Game. This was a good one too. But the main question, best basketball shoe out right now, it is the Kobe's most popular. But my favorite, honestly, LeBron 10. I see a lot of players playing with the Freaks on, but I feel like that LeBron 10 was just my favorite. I had the 9, I had the 8, but the 10 was crazy. I had the Lava, the MVP, the what the.
You like how they look, or
I like how they feel and look because they actually have a lifestyle shoe, the EXT, And that was like a lifestyle. And it's pretty cool too. I like that one as well.
I think
too.
arguably though that LeBron 10 probably has some of the best
This
basketball colorways.
Man, fire.
We
This is
talk about
Olympic color.
corks. The MVP
Oh man,
pack.
the cork was
MVP
fire.
pack goes for like a crazy amount of
Yes,
money.
yes.
The what the 10 is just crazy.
That cork was nasty.
Like, the colorways in that is just
Yeah, that was the
ridiculous.
best one. I hope they like retro those again. Go ahead, Bob.
I think for me, I agree with Ephraim. I think, well, for me, the Kobe's probably the most aesthetically pleasing to see because it's a low cut, so simple yet so
You can wear this.
high in representation. But I think the hottest shoe that just took everybody by storm right now is definitely that Lamelo.
Oh, yeah.
Just Puma, man. Like put Puma on the map for
It's crazy.
who hasn't been for the past couple
That-
of years.
yeah.
Drop that first colorway. That Rick and Morty one is ridiculous.
J. Cole tried to save him.
And hey man, his stuff went on sale.
Shout out J. Cole.
His stuff went on sale. This stuff.
I think this is terrible.
That might be this might be the first colorway that sat though. Like
But all of them still move though.
But this
They
looks
do.
like shit.
They
This
do.
should look like shit if I'm being honest.
I
It's
just
a
think
good
that
shoe.
colorway doesn't look great. The Rick and Morty one looks really good. The first red one he did is actually really nice. The blue one I'll let pass. This one might be the first one where I don't mind not buying. But if he makes an all black
That
one, he
purple
might
one
just kill
was
it.
nasty.
If he makes an all black one, he might
It has
just
the
kill
Kyrie
it.
bottom type.
It has a Kyrie model. That's a Kyrie shape. It does have a Kyrie model. I said it when I first saw it. It reminds me of Kyrie.
I don't know. I don't
Like
like
big
this
time.
at all.
It's a good shoe.
I heard it's comfy. So.
I heard it's going to be good.
But
Look, look at this.
Kyrie 4. Man, we don't have one, but I wish.
See it? It's kind of the same, no?
Yeah, but that has more of a Kyrie one bottom. It's fire though.
It's pretty similar though.
Yeah.
Most of Kyrie's bottoms tend to be almost the same. A few minor changes through the Illuminati on the bottom to make it different. But
Yeah. I agree. All right, guys. So definitely, we all got different tastes in shoes. It's going to be a very good episode. We got a lot more to dig into. So we're going to start with the best basketball shoe of all time. Who has the best basketball shoe of all time? I would say favorite player basketball shoe. We're going to go with the best. And who had the worst? Like, we're going to start with Balvin and go around from there.
I think the best I'd have to just give it to LeBron and Kobe. Just for
You can't pick two.
You have to, man. It's the longevity that they had for either one. You know, like Kobe, I like 6s, 8s, 10s. I'll even do those 9s. LeBron, same thing. I'll do even the 2s and the 3s were crazy. 8s, 9s, 10s, 7s. Like, I just think if I could pick any basketball, it should have to be for one of those two guys, to be honest. As far as worst, oh man, I'd probably have to say Kawhi had the worst basketball.
What? Now, the all-time, the worst?
That New Balance is horrible, G.
It's a
I'm
bad model, but I
sorry.
feel like it's a good shoe to hoop in.
I'm not a fan of Paul George's either. I don't like
PG
Paul
has some good
George's.
colorway
Dude.
though. Those PlayStations was nasty.
Those are good to hoop in.
Those PlayStations was nasty. I think you did
Man,
have a
I
pair,
don't
right?
I don't think it's that great. I think a sleeper for me is Steph Curry's. I feel like
Oh, my
man,
God.
you guys are crazy, man.
That shit is terrible.
It's bad. I
The
agree with
most
you, bro.
recent ones are better. The first ones are kind of trash. They were like bricks, and I had some of the first ones. But the higher you get, man, it's just you got to think about comfortability.
Are you
being
saying that
comfortable.
because you're a fan?
Nah, I like them. Like I wanted to hoop in Curry's. It's just they're comfortable. Like it's like hooping on memory foam, and they're light. Can't go wrong with them. They make nice colors.
Man.
Anything yellow and blue, you know I'm gonna buy it.
Oh my God, this guy. For me personally, all time, that's tough because I can go back to like the T-Max and
Yeah, he's old.
yeah, I'm 32. I can go back to the T-Max. I can go back to the Tim Hardaways. I actually got a pair of Bacons. They just terrible to hoop in. But for me, it got to be LeBron, like all the way from the 1 all the way to whatever name he's at right now. And they're starting to retro some of his models coming forward too now. So the LeBron for me definitely is my favorite all time. I want to also say too, I know Chad wants to see this episode, but the Melo for me, Carmelo 1.5s, the black with the blue side, that shoe was fire. It was just heavy to hoop in.
Are you just saying that because you're a fan?
It was better. It was definitely a good shoe.
You
It
would
was just heavy. I am a fan.
You would
and I will
definitely
say I'm
fold
a
for
fan.
Melo. I think you would fold for him, bro.
I'm good. But
Melo, if you're watching,
that's my
You
dog.
would
Shout,
vote for you, man.
shout out Melo.
You
we'll
would
give you a
vote for
kiss,
you.
bro.
But,
Little kiss on the
but
cheek.
Melo is my dog. I do like his shoe, but I wouldn't really hoop in it a lot, honestly. It's definitely heavy, no technology.
Can't hoop in it.
But the
That shit is
LeBron,
terrible.
but the LeBron for sure. LeBron 10 though, not all models for me personally, but all the other models, you see a lot of players wearing them, but a lot of people are wearing the freaks now. The worst shoe I would say all time, like to play like. I got to go with the D Rose. Those was terrible.
I don't know, man. man.
The D Rose was terrible.
I think
Adidas
the 1 and the
is-
2 were
The
okay.
D Rose was terrible. The Dame was terrible.
Okay, the Dame I can agree on.
The only had that big collab.
So
that
was Donovan
fire.
Mitchell's. Donovan Mitchell's are fucking disgusting.
Donovan terrible. The Hardens terrible. I think all Adidas basketball shoes
Adidas.
are terrible. I gotta step
Work
it up,
on it.
man. I know I'm
Work
trying to
on
see
it.
Nike right now, but man, like I
Make
just
some
want better
Yeezy
shoes.
basketball shoes, please.
They tried, they just
I don't
heavy.
want the Yeezy model. I want a basketball.
That Quantum was a
shoe.
basketball shoe. It's just heavy. I tried to hoop in it. It's heavy. It's definitely heavy. Go ahead, E. What we got?
So look, the best hooping shoes to hoop with, in my opinion, probably go with some KDs, like the KD 10.
But that's the best all time.
To hooping,
All time.
technology wise,
Okay.
there's some KDs. I like Kyrie's too. They're very comfortable. They don't hurt. I have a narrow foot, I guess, so it doesn't really matter like if it's the shoes are wide or not. But like this model was super comfortable to hoop. Any Kyrie, in my opinion, is pretty comfortable to hoop in. But I'd say Paul George, KD, and Kyrie, they got the best hooping shoes.
Okay.
The worst,
What's the worst?
probably say fucking foams. Foams.
Oh my God! I don't know
Foams
how people
are
playing
terrible.
phone posits. They're terrible.
Those and the Latrell Speedwells, the spinner joints.
That
the
wasn't a
Dadas,
basketball
the
shoe, though.
Dadas.
That was a-
He wore them to hoop.
Which ones?
The Dadas.
The guy with the spinner in there.
Oh,
You got a
man.
speaker in that bitch.
But he didn't like hooping.
Oh,
he
man.
just choked the coach out in that one. he put that bitch on the coach. Hey, coach, I'm taking change.
Taking
now.
the Dadas or the fucking foam posit.
The foam posit
You wear
is a
foams.
bad
I can agree with
shoes.
the foams though.
I don't know how the
had
Morris
them.
twins do it. They hooping those
The
all the
bitch is
time.
bulletproof. Like
Yeah, they
That's
bulletproof.
Well, that's what them fighting ass motherfuckers be wearing them. You gonna
That's
stop a
that
motherfucker out of
shoe
those.
is definitely it's heavy. It's no technology. I don't know how they even put it on.
Yeah, I don't know how it's considered a basketball shoe, to be honest. Like,
Yeah.
I get Nike basketball had some crazy beginnings with even just coming from like Converse and stuff to think about, but like just a shoe that heavy to somebody who plays that long and that consistent, because you gotta understand that when we talk about us hooping and then we're not really competitive. It's with a bunch of friends or a bunch of pickup games, so it's like, what much more can we want besides comfortability?
Yeah, I'd
And
be
it's like,
comfortable on the court.
these guys have to hoop at a high level, and it's just like, man, those things are like bricks.
Bricks.
also, if you hooping fucking retro Jordans, you're
You still.
Just add me,
You
just
are-
add me next
you're
time.
dangerous.
Yeah,
I don't know why the fuck you're hooping in that.
Just
shit.
add me next time. Call me Pat Bab, I guess. Because I done hooped in a couple of these.
I mean, you
retros.
hooping them for the hype though, not the hype, but like they're always
But
it's a hype shoe.
But it goes back to what I was saying. When we hoop, I don't go out and hoop in the league. I'm not an NBA player.
Yeah, but I can't
hoop
hoop
around
in-
with a bunch of friends. You
I do
hoop
that
around
too,
an hour
but
or two,
I've tried to
you know,
hoop in like a Jordan 3 or Jordan 4, and they're just too heavy. Like I could barely.
I
we-
hooped in my
done
11s before. Remember?
ones, threes,
Then we went to go hoop, and
fours.
we was like after we got done drinking, and we hooped in the alley, and I had them 14s. Like
Yeah.
they get off the floor. They're just heavy. Like I can't hoop in them.
I've hooped in a couple models.
Yeah,
the
we
bread
don't get into
11s.
that.
I think for the sessions we've had, I make it work.
Yeah.
Remember I hooped in my off-white, the UNCs?
Yeah.
Crazy,
Crazy time.
crazy, rich guy.
Shout out my cousin Peter knows I hooped in
Cha-ching.
Shout out Pito.
the top 3 ones. We went to go hoop at that gym in LA, Pasadena boys. You already know. Ephraim was there when I hooped in the Fear God ones. Had a pair of custom sales that I dyed orange, and I hooped in them in the little
You
gym.
hoop on all your shit, low key. I'm not gonna lie.
Crazy.
You gonna hoop in the
I hooped in the
Travis Air
Quantums
Maxes
too. I hooped in the Quantums too.
Crazy.
Tested it all.
Next thing, well, we kind of just got into it already, but the best basketball shoe we personally played in. I'll start first with that. I can't remember the Kobe model, but they were on sale at Nike, and we all grabbed them to play in like a basketball game against the police officers at the time. And that shoe was super comfortable, crazy comfortable. It was like low, but it wasn't too low, where like you know turn your ankle. But it definitely was a crazy shoe. Like that Kobe there was one of my favorites I played in. And then the second one I would have to say is the Freak. I put the older LeBron 10 actually because I actually love the LeBron 10. The Freak is actually really light, comfortable. I feel like super light when I wear it. Like I can get off the ground real easy. And then the LeBron 10, of course, like is definitely one of my favorites. So those 3 there, the Kobe, I can't remember the model. I remember it. And then the Freak, and then LeBron 10. What you got?
I currently hoop in the Protro ones, the Kobe's. I have his 81 point game colorway. And the away colorway of that, got them on sale at Foot Locker once upon a time before my man passed, RIP. But I'd say those are on top of my list. And then I'd probably throw in one of the earlier Kyries, like a 1 or a 2, just because although the technology wasn't great, the way it molded to your foot was just really good. So it was like no worry of the turned ankles. The padding inside was really good. I say the sole could have been better, which he did make better, but on the ones and the twos, the padding was really good, and it's just the perfect height. Like you said, it wasn't high, it wasn't low.
Yeah.
Sat right about the ankle, and they just compressed really good to your feet. So
I wish Big Ram was here because he would have had some good takes. He would have
This
probably
is
picked like
kamikaze.
he would have like Dr. J. He would have put some Magic Johnson joints.
Yeah, I hope in Converse, Chuck Taylor.
Low tops.
Yeah,
Not the
CDG. I
70s.
hope in the CDGs.
What you got, E? What's the?
My favorite of all time is the KD 10 or the 9. Honestly, I love KDs. To hooping, I think they're the best. Super comfortable, and they got a lot of grip. To be honest, depends on what bottom you get. If you get the, I don't like this type of bottom. What would this be called?
I don't know what it's called, but like I had those, the Global Game joint, and they're slippery.
Yeah,
They
kind of
don't
like
grip.
I like the kind of like the clear sole
Yeah,
ones.
that one don't have no
Yeah,
grip.
that
I
shit
was
got no
like
grip.
everywhere.
I don't like I gotta look at the bottom of the shoe.
And
always.
considering the gyms we hoop at, we be slipping and sliding
Like a motherfucker.
Yeah, that was definitely not a good one. It's just no grip.
But those are my favorite. And right now, I hoop in the Freak ones. I haven't bought a new basketball shoe because I really don't hoop like that anymore. After COVID, especially, like I haven't had to buy another pair since, which I should though. But yeah, those are my favorite.
So with that, we're gonna go into the next topic. What shoe would you like to play in that you haven't played in that you're like, no, I want to give a shoe a try. Like, you know, I've seen that shoe before. Like, I want to see if it's a good hooper shoe or good hoop shoe. Like, even stuff that's not even out yet. Like, this thing like coming out. Like, you see they got the Freak 2 coming out. It's like a Paul George. But like a shoe like that, like you want to just test out to try to hoop in.
Maybe I want to feel dangerous or something. I hear that I want to hoop in a 12. I don't know why.
What?
Flu game boy.
I don't know why. I want to
He
hoop
swear
in a
he
12.
might.
He finna catch
Like,
COVID.
but I want to hoop. I want to hoop on my own though. Like no one can watch me hooping that shit. Like
Shoots bricks.
it's got to be like on my own.
He's got
Building
in
a
the gym to
house.
shooting around.
Yeah, just shooting around, just seeing how they feel. Like I don't know. I've always wanted to hoop in one, and what's crazy, I've never had a 12 in my life.
At all?
Me and you
Never.
both.
I've never had a 12. I don't know why.
Next to us.
But you know what? The 112 I would want. I know this is not part of it, but I want a cherry 12.
Man,
I
they
would
gotta
rock
give us
that
that.
bitch.
They gotta
Yeah.
give us that.
I would
Jerry
rock
Perez
that
give
bitch.
us They gotta give us that. Who
Yeah.
knows? Cherry 11s or we cherry
Nike,
12s.
if you hear this, we need
Nike,
Cherry
we
12.
need fucking cherry 12.
Cherry 12.
Please.
Fuck 12 though.
Oh man. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Bobby, what we got here? What
All
you
right, so
playing?
we were talking about this a whole bunch today.
Terrible
I've seen a
shoes.
million colorways of this LeBron 10. I've liked about 99.9% of all of them. I've never had it, and I just think this shoe is so aesthetically pleasing that I would want one of these.
Wanna open
I
it?
wouldn't mind a 10.
Okay.
I also wouldn't mind a 9.
You need a 9.
I just never really kept up with LeBrons because I got into it really late, especially the hooping them. I hooped in like 16s and 15s, and my goodness, are they heavy.
Man.
And I'm a big boy, so you can't have a big man wearing big, heavy shoes. To top it all off, I wear like a 14, so it's just like, yeah, I can't even do it. But I guess if I just had to do it, I'd probably do 9s or 10s.
But can we agree that you can't wear that shit out other than
No,
just
but
playing
I
basketball?
think that goes for most of the stuff on this table except for the Jordan. I mean, the only one you
I'd
can
wear
really
a
pass
Kobe.
is a Kobe,
You probably wear
right? But like besides the Jordans on the table and the fear of God, it's like, come
You
on.
can't wear that shit
Like
out.
the shoes.
You can
not
probably wear this
the
one out. I
shoes
think
not
I think like
ugly.
we wear this
That's
casually.
not ugly either, but I wouldn't bust a fit with that.
I can't wear that shit.
Two wears
You know?
that.
Remember,
Like-
I got that South Beach at 8.
Yeah.
That shit
I'd only
been
hoop in
sitting.
them. Anything on this table, I'd only hoop in.
Okay. We got to make sure you comment down below. Let me know what basketball shoe you're thinking about. For me personally, that I want to try to hoop in. Honestly, because you said it, I want to try to actually hoop in this. Because I wore this shoe. I got the other colorway, and it really like grips the ground really good. Actually,
those
Like,
even
It's
feel?
not bad, bro.
they
because
actually made a basketball model. Of
It
this.
hugs your ankle
Yeah.
really nice though, and it's like I said, we don't play it in a 48-minute span where we have to be back and forth. So I don't think it hits as bad. Like you said, PJ Tucker probably hooped in the basketball version, but I don't think it's as heavy as it looks. To be
It's not heavy.
honest.
It's not heavy.
One question though. Could you wear that for like 10 hours and
No.
your foot won't hurt?
No,
The thing is, there's no breathability, so your foot is
I'll wear
sweaty.
it to work. and
There's
my
no
foot is-
breathability in the shoe like up here. Like it's definitely gonna sweat. I've worn
That
this
shoe
shoe a
reminds
lot.
me of like a tribal. I don't
Maybe
know,
that colorway.
some shit. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I'll wear that to a Diplo shift and my feet are cooked.
Yeah, like I've worn it. When I wear them, they like give you the little.
Yeah.
But
You still squeak.
yeah, but it definitely is something I would try to play in. I want to try the basketball model.
I just think it
They
looks good,
made a
though.
basketball model of this one.
Looks
I would like
fire.
to definitely try to hoop in this one.
You wear with your little hype beast hoochie daddy shorts, and you gonna look like a flea as hell. on
I
the
just
court.
want to hoop in it.
Yeah.
That's my thing. I would like to hoop in it and see what happens from there.
They're decent though.
Yeah. So with that, guys, comment down below and tell us what you guys think.
Would y'all hooping this?
Yeah, absolutely. Would you guys
Would you
hoop in the
hoop in
fear
this?
God? Would you guys just flex on the court with that?
Would you hooping
Because we're gonna get into the next really top debate and kind of just go with what's the craziest shoe that you've seen on a basketball court. Like you seen like an NBA player pull a shoe out, I'm just like, man, like how was he hooping in this? Because I've seen some crazy stuff on the court. I can lay some stuff, but Ephraim, let's start off with you. What did you see on the court in like ever? And we're just like, man,
I've seen
I don't know how you
hooping
hooping that
I've seen motherfuckers hooping Timberlands
on the basketball
on
court.
a basketball court.
NBA game.
Oh, NBA game? Oh, fuck.
That's some Meta World Peace shit. We discussed Swaggy P wore the 500s.
Oh my God.
And I also remember he wore 750s to hooping.
750s.
That has got to be some crazy.
That's crazy.
There's no ankle support on either one. His
He
ass
was
really
playing
stepped
Red
into.
Octobers.
But even something like Nate Robinson do it in like
Yeah, he
easy
did.
twos,
He
easy
did.
ones. We can't go Rasheed Wallace with the Air Forces.
Yeah, but he was different.
It's a fucking brick, bro.
Yeah, but he was
It's
different.
a brick wearing a brick.
I'm trying to see if I can think of another one that I've seen like crazy on the court. Because I know Montrezl Harrell used to run some crazy stuff on the court.
I don't know how he hoops in those fucking Reeboks.
Nah.
Those questions.
No way.
I honestly don't know. I don't know. I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure somebody else has done it before. But even like, so when I used to work at Champs, we did this Reebok event. So that's where I got my first pair of questions. I think I showed you the all white ones I got. So they gave me those for free. And I wore those for maybe like 2 hours. And I couldn't wait to take them off. And these guys are out here doing shoot arounds and they're running up and down the court with them. And I was like, man, I look at these guys. And then it goes back to the same thing. These guys are 250, 260-pound guys, 6'9", 6'10", wearing these big-ass bulky shoes that, like you mentioned, have no breathability for your feet. These guys are double, triple socking their shoes. And I was like, Jesus Christ. Like,
It's just, I guess it's more of a comfortability thing. I think because they wear it so much like, this is the shoe I want to go with. Like, I'm going to just stick with this shoe and just ride out with this shoe. And I just feel like that's what people are used to. And I feel like a lot of people back in the day, like, even older players, like, I don't see how you play ball in the Jordan. I don't see how Jordan did it from the
football in
1
Converse.
through 17.
Ridiculous.
Converse, I mean, I guess because they got the
But it's a thin
vulcanized
sole,
bottom.
though. Like, you got to think about back in the 70s, there wasn't none of this, like,
There was no technology, but they wasn't like jumping like that back in the day.
Everything
Yes.
only thing that existed was fucking dress shoes back then. So fucking Converse was like, God damn.
Yeah, like like people
Yes.
wear like it was.
Converse?
Yeah, like it's crazy. Like I just don't see how people hoop. Like even Montrezl Harrell hooped in like Jordans and like J.R. Smith had that crazy dunk against San Antonio
cool
in the
grades,
cool
huh?
grade 11s. Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
but 11s aren't terrible, though.
They're fucking terrible.
They're bad.
They're fucking
I
terrible.
don't know.
They're
I
so
just-
I
narrow.
feel like some Jordans
you can wear it
let-
casually.
narrow.
I'm not.
Some
I just
shoes
can't
you can
hoop in
let
it.
slide though.
No.
Like, Jordan 3 is not terrible.
It's not a terrible shoe. Just can't hoop in
11's
it.
not terrible to hoop in. A Jordan 9, they're not.
You're not
as
hooping in no
comfortable.
9. I don't
I'll
care if
hoop
Michael
in
Jordan won the
9s.
Space Jam or not.
So the truth, if you're a KD fan and wear KDs, there are some of them that are ugly. People buy them. I don't think Adidas has had a face to make someone want to do. Like for example, he just said the Lamelo's ugly.
That shit's terrible.
People
This
buy
shit's
that shit
fire.
on a daily basis.
like this shoe. I wanna
People
hoop in
pay
this shoe.
resale for this shoe.
Yeah, the Rick and Morty flew.
And I think the Rick and Morty is decent. It goes back to the colorway, but who's the face of it? A 19-year-old kid who calls himself Vert.
LaMelo
And you
Ball.
can't hate on the kid. You know, you
I'm
don't
not
have
hating
to
on
like
him.
his game.
Not
You don't have to
for
like his game.
I like
but
LaMelo.
You wear it,
I just
exactly.
don't like his fucking shoe. That shit's terrible.
But I'm sure one day there'll be a
I think
colorway
you
you might
hoop in
reconsider.
it. You might hoop in this and be like, you know what? This shoe on foot hooping. This shoe is fire.
I really don't care. I mean, obviously, I do care a little bit about how it looks, but as long as it's not like fucking terrible looking or a super crazy color, I don't really care. Like,
Fair enough.
you get me? I'm more about comfortability and
Yeah, but then again, you haven't bought an ugly, comfortable shoe. Name me a shoe you bought that was comfortable, that you like to wear that's ugly.
the LeBron 9.
I agree. I don't like this shoe.
It's fucking ugly,
Look
but
at like this is like all bad. Like this, like it was just, it like it was broken.
it's just
But it goes
nostalgia.
back again. You have to see that there are certain colorways in that shoe that are amazing.
Well,
Give me
yeah.
a Big Bang. You'll take
Big
a Big
Bang
Bang
is
over that.
fire.
Watch the Throne. Those are just
LeBron's are terrible.
God.
That shoe was fire.
It is not.
the
LeBron's
10s,
fucking terrible.
The 10 is definitely the
I had
best.
to
That's
stand
the
up
best
for this
one.
shit, man. That's
I
the best
remember
one,
when
this
I
shit.
remember a lot of collectors were wearing this shit, thinking they was busting fits.
Yeah,
The
like,
LeBron
man, that
10s,
shit look-
When the big bangs came out, oh my
Man.
god.
perfect pairs.
I can't
Oh
think
my
of
God.
I can't think of one LeBron that I like.
You
You
just
got
got
the South
nines.
Beach. You said you bought the South Beach.
No, I know, but that I like, that I would wear. Like,
You bought the South Beach and not wear?
yeah, to be honest, and it was pretty comfortable, but it's
you
ugly
still-
as fuck.
But you still bought the South Beach. All right. So, next topic if you was to sign to one shoe company, they would call your phone right now, who would that company be? Who are you rejecting, and who are you answering the call for?
Taking New Balance, man.
Why? Why
New
New Balance?
Balance.
Out of all companies, you got Jordan, you got Nike, Adidas, Puma, Reebok. Why Adidas?
I think
why New Balance?
I think New Balance now, being one of the hottest urban wear shoes to wear as far as like fashion wise, I guess you can say, like 550s, 990s, is the most underrated, could be the right or wrong word, shoe on the court. Nobody has a good New Balance. Kawhi tried, wasn't a fan. DeJounte Murray, not a fan of it. Jamal Murray doesn't really play. But Jack Harlow's not a basketball player. Jack Harlow's
he got a good face.
Yes, but Jack Harlow's gonna get all these 550s and the 990s, which are cool. We already have.
He gonna have his own shoe.
We need a basketball shoe.
But Joe Freshgoods.
A basketball shoe.
Shout out Joe Freshgoods.
Silent JFG, a basketball shoe. So if I get to pick a brand where I can be one of the faces, one that is not overused, Nike has too many faces. Jason Tatum deserves a shoe. Jordan hasn't given him one. Why? Because they have too many athletes with signature
it's
shoes.
It's time now. A lot of athletes are falling off. Like, only one that had signatures at the time was, I think, Melo, Russell.
Yeah, and all they
Blake.
still push shoes out for them.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. This guy's a star, doesn't have a shoe. They've been pushing Zion. Zion's shoes, okay. How did he get one before Jason Tatum? I don't know. But I'm going with New Balance. Just because, like I said, there's not a lot of faces. I love the swag. You know, I'm big enforcer on the 990s, 992s. Joe Freshgoods, I camped out for your shoe for 13 hours. Holla at me, my guy.
If you was to design a shoe for New Balance, how would it look? Tell me how it look.
It'd definitely be a high top. I'll tell you that.
Okay.
And the thing is, I'd probably go with the colorways they already have out.
Okay.
Like that gray 990 on a basketball shoe would be ridiculous.
Okay.
I don't know why. I think it'd be so aesthetically pleasing. Might not be the same material, might not be the same sole, but just to keep that nice, simple MB on the side, gray colorway, white laces.
Yeah.
We'll figure out the technology later. I'd go something around there.
That's a bet. Make sure you guys comment down below and let us know what company you're going to sound with, who you're answering the phone for, who you want to go with. What we got, Ephraim?
If I'm being honest, whoever pays me the most, I don't really care. It could be fucking, that shit could be FUBU. I don't give a fuck.
And one making a comeback.
Who's giving me more? That's what I want. I want the money.
So
and one hit my boy up.
I really don't care.
So you know, like with stuff like this, that if you sign with like a company, say like FUBU, that's all you can wear.
I know.
You can't wear nothing else.
Well, not necessarily. You can really. It all comes down to how you
All these companies are competitors.
How you reconstruct your contract, though. So, for example, like obviously, I think I would choose. Like I said, I chose New Balance because I like their off-court stuff. Obviously, I don't mind Nike and all that, but if I had to pick one brand that I can wear with everything, maximize my comfortability, I'd go with New Balance. But there are a lot of players who, like outside of like Nike, even if it's like designer shit though, like you don't necessarily have to be with FUBU and wear Nike shit, but you don't have to just wear FUBU all the time.
I wouldn't give a fuck. I'd be like, hey man, look at that guy wearing that shit. I'm like, man, fuck, I'm getting paid millions for this shit. Like, what do you get paid for?
Post out a Ferrari and FUBUs?
That's like Steph Curry though. He only wear Under Armours.
But I mean, if you're asking me who I would sign with, and okay, if it were like aesthetically pleasing to me, like who I would want, obviously probably Nike.
Okay.
Because all I wear is Nikes. I mean, Jordans, I wear Jordans, but that's technically Nike too. So in that sense, I would pick a Nike. I like New Balances too. I like certain models. I like 998s, 997s, 1500s. But if I had to pick, honestly, like there's a bunch of Nike models that I like. Air Maxes. I like. There's a lot that you could do with Nike. I would, if I had to for something that was aesthetically pleasing to me, I'd pick Nikes. But if it's about money, man, whoever got that shit just.
If you was to design a shoe for Nike, how would it look? What kind of look would you go for?
What would I go with? Yeah. What model?
What would your design be like? If you were to design it, like, hey, we want to design the next shoe, how would it look?
Not shit.
I'm not creative like that. To be honest, I'd just be like, hey man, just make some shit for me.
Maybe you could just mash up like a LeBron or mash up
like
something,
blue.
Like, put it all
My
together.
favorite color is blue. Can you mix the
I like
blue for
blue.
me?
Give me some shit blue.
Draw it up.
Let me
sketch it
see.
out.
I like this one. Fuck it. This shit blue. Fuck it. Nah, but
For y'all,
it would have to be an Air Max 1, if I'm being honest.
The shoe would be Air Max
Ephraim's
1?
GD, just so y'all know.
Air Max 1. Hey,
No.
hey, I repeat my boy Vaughn. But yeah, it'd be an Air Max 1. That's all. Something green, maybe. I like green.
Shout out Vern with the blue.
For me, I think I'll choose Nike too, personally.
Of course.
I wear a lot of Nikes personally. I like Jordan, which is plays the same thing.
Culture vulture.
You see Jason Tatum wearing, he's a Jordan athlete, but he wears Kobe's on the court and stuff like that. But for me, Nike, just good shoes. They always put out good shoes.
Good designs.
If I had to choose another company just to help them build up their models and help them push out more basketball brands, would be Adidas. Because I feel like what they have Kanye, they have Jay Lorenzo's over there now, right?
Yeah, but he hasn't done shit for
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, like, they have two creative beings that can actually put out something crazy, and nothing's come out yet. You don't really see a lot of Adidas shoes out there. Like I see people putting out crazy 8s and stuff like that, but nothing's been out new. Is just like, I need that basketball.
Something about their logo or some shit. I don't
Yeah,
like about
it's-
Adidas.
it's-
It's like
Like I
shit.
said,
Yeah,
I just
weird.
don't think they've had the right face for it, bro. There's no
They
basketball.
had
player.
they had a lot of good faces.
Who?
They had James Harden at his peak.
When the fuck does someone go in the store and say, "Yo, where the James Harden's at"?
I had to put the action when I went to Nike.
Ain't
What
nobody
if-
want to buy no motherfucking James
The only
Harden.
reason people wear Adidas is because of Kanye, to be
Yeah,
honest.
they are bringing
You
back
see,
the
like
Adidas
that,
crazy
but
ass.
that shoe's not great. But you're gonna buy it because of whose it is.
That's not the. I hope it's not the spatial one. The one like a microwave. Oh no, I don't want that one. That was a terrible
Motherfuckers be
shoe.
wearing Hot Pockets.
Man, that was a terrible.
But I bet
shoe.
you whatever you want, they sell because of who's the face behind it.
Well, yeah, Kobe.
And
but
we gotta be honest though. Yes, a lot of his shit went up in price after he passed, but deceased or not, his shit was moving. His shit was selling out. Maybe it
It
wasn't
was.
worth $700,
The booth was
$800
just-
after.
I would see his shit at Ross, but I would be like, God damn, this shoe's nice.
Yeah, but it'd be all the
Let me get
models
this
that didn't get releases
Yeah.
like this. It'd be like the
They would
fucking.
That'd be
definitely
the general
pass them.
release
Yeah,
ones.
So,
definitely
like, it'd be
pass
like
them.
those bad ones that you just wouldn't see at a Foot Locker. They weren't terrible. They were nice Ross finds,
Yeah.
but they definitely wasn't a Kobe 6, a 8, or a 10, you know? But it goes back to the same thing. Bet you that Adidas shoe, no matter how ugly it is, why is it going to sell? Because it has Kobe's name behind it.
That shoe was
Simple.
terrible.
Why did Team Mac get a retro of his shoe? Because it has his
That
name.
T-Mac was fire though.
But the thing is, another thing, it didn't sell.
T-Mac's back.
But the only reason they got a retro was because it's Tracy McGrady's name. If you're going to talk about an athlete that was Adidas that was good, Tracy
T-Mac wasn't that
McGrady.
good.
I put Fila's
come
next.
on.
I mean,
I like T-Mac.
Come
I'm joking.
on, you're reaching.
I tried to stop some shit.
You're
I like
reaching.
T-Mac.
I put Adidas next to fucking Fila, to be honest.
Grant Hill.
I don't like
Them
it.
Grant Hills was. I don't know how Grant did it.
Oh, you know who
Them
else had
boys
a,
was
you know
heavy.
who had a horrible fucking shoe too? Man, he had those fucking Nauticas. What's his name? Kevin Johnson.
Nauticas.
Yeah. Was it? Fuck, Larry. Was it Larry Johnson? What the fuck?
I don't remember no Nauticas.
Larry
Sean Kemp had a terrible shoe. That Reebok Rain Man, that was a terrible shoe too.
Point is, Adidas sucks, man. The only reason they're still going kind of decently is because of
Kanye.
But no one
Kanye
says,
saved
let me
them.
get that Adidas shoe. They say, give me that fucking Yeezy.
Yeah.
They don't say, give me the Adidas shoe.
Shout out Ye, man.
Most people don't even know that's a fucking Adidas shoe. Oh,
Yeah.
that's Adidas?
Yeah, I've got that question.
Adidas
Shout
is
out
fucking
Ye,
dead.
man.
Adidas
The
is
GOAT.
dead. I don't know what, stick to Sambas or some shit. Literally. they're
Adidas
fucking dead.
Adidas only has good soccer.
K-Swiss, Fila, Adidas. That's what the fuck it is.
Adidas only has good soccer.
That's a
shoes.
stretch.
It's not a stretch.
That's a stretch.
I got on
Adidas
K-Swiss. I got on
What
K-Swiss.
shoe? You wear a Stan Smith? Who the fuck wears Stan Smiths?
People wear Stan Smith.
A lot of the motherfuckers that live out here.
and a lot of people bought the Ultra Boost when they sold. They sold crazy.
Ultra Boost and NMDs were a hot
sold
ass
crazy.
wave.
But they were trash.
But because
But they
Kanye wore
sold.
them. Because Kanye
They
wore
sold.
They were trash though.
them. You wanted ones because Kanye wore them.
I didn't want none of that shit.
Yeah.
I did. I can't lie.
When did it, have you ever seen me wear that shit? Ever.
What?
The only thing I ever wanted was a Yeezy.
I said you wore Jordan ones because Kanye wore them. Kanye
Fuck
wore
about
breads.
Kanye.
Yeah, and Royals.
I didn't know that. I
Yeah,
just
now you did.
No.
Yeah.
now I
wanna be
know,
Ultra Boost
but I
like
didn't wear it
Kanye.
because of him.
Ultra Boosts are fire.
A lot of the
I used to
Adidas
wear 'em to
models
work.
was somewhat decent. They have some decent.
The first couple NMDs were crazy. That Japan NMD was wild. The Nice Kicks NMD was ridiculous. The Nice Kicks Ultra Balance. What the fuck I said? Ultra Boost, not Ultra Balance. Ultra Boost. Triple black, triple white. Once upon a time, you couldn't get that shit. Like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
They even made Ultra Boost PEs, guys.
No,
Let's not forget
definitely
how,
for me.
Let's not forget how crazy that wave was, but they just can't do basketball.
Definitely for me, I would choose Nike. But I can definitely say I think Nike does better player exclusive stuff than like other brands have
Well,
done.
that's for sure. But okay, so you guys are telling me if everyone gave you the same money off on the table, right? New Balance, Nike, and Adidas called you and say, we're going to give you X amount of money. It's all the same. But only one of those brands promises that you can make your own shoe. you're still gonna pick Nike?
Yes.
Yeah, to be honest.
Yes.
I'm not a creative person, so I'm not.
You don't have to
creative
be. You can literally throw out and say, "This is my favorite color.
Or just get a team together.
These are the ones that I used to like. Make me something."
Get a team together.
You don't have to necessarily make that shit yourself. Cut out the leather and draw it out, because I don't think I'd be able to do that either.
I don't really give a
But-
shit because I know I'm going to be able to wear other Nikes.
If I had the
Yeah.
same amount of money on the table, though, I think I'd rather be able to design my own shoe.
And another thing, I think people that sign to Jordan, the reason that they don't really pop off is because they still associate that with Michael Jordan. Like, you
Yeah.
can't get out of it. Nike,
Yeah, exactly.
Nike's not a person.
Exactly. I feel like that's a good point.
Nike's
because
not a
I feel
person.
like a lot of people that sign with Jordan are like under Jordan.
Yeah,
Like,
you're wearing his.
Yeah, like I feel like a lot of people, like if you go like say you sign with LeBron, like that's LeBron. You sign under that's Kobe. Like I feel like if you have if you're just Nike and you got like your own player shoe,
Yeah,
like that's a Paul George, you know it's a Kevin Durant, you know that's something
For
like
that
that.
same reason, because Nike's not a person. Like when you like Chris Paul, like when he was wearing the Jordans, right? He had his own signature shoe. But you're like, damn, look at Chris Paul. He's wearing Jordans. He's not wearing the.
That's
damn,
good,
look
yeah.
at those Chris Pauls. He's like, nah, look at those Jordans.
Yeah,
Zion.
Yeah, the Zion. His shit is terrible too. Zion shit is
but the
terrible.
Zion is gonna be.
I don't
kinda
know. I just
short.
think that if I wanted to spend my time with a brand, although yes, I like New Balance, so I'd pick New Balance, but I just think I want somebody to push me.
Okay.
You know, if I'm gonna pick a brand and I'm gonna invest myself, whether it's wearing all their stuff off the court, I want to know that at the end of the day, my shoe's gonna be on the shelf. A shoe that either I picked, I designed, or just simply have my name attached to it. You know,
Yeah.
I don't think there's a better feeling, I would assume, than to be a player and just know that there's a bunch of kids out there, whether it's one or a million. Hey, mom, dad, I want this shoe, and it's yours, and you had some input to it. Yeah, Nike players have their name attached to it, but just like you said, all these guys that get PEs, we revolt over those shoes all the time.
Yeah.
There are shoes that are amazing, whether you're Jordan or Nike, but like I said,
But Nike had
the
better
cool thing is
basketball
having
shoes
your
than
name
player
attached to
shoes,
it.
though. They had like hyper dunks and hyper reactions, hyper chases, and all this other stuff that before they even came with like basketball shoes. They had like a lot of different shoes. I won't go with Nike. They have such a big variety, to be honest. So
I can see that.
yeah, that's why. But make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Comment down below about this episode. Comment what you guys think about the best basketball shoe, the worst, crazy shoe you see on the court. This has been another episode of KickTalkers. We are your hosts, and we'll see you next episode. All right.
Go on, guys. Peace out.
Deuces.